So in this final video, we're going to run through a quick exam style question. So the first thing we need to do is simply test our knowledge of scalars and vectors. So they want us to ask which are scalars and which are vectors. We're going to write an S for a scalar and a V for a vector. So speed. Remember, speed is a scalar because speed has no sense of direction. You simply say you're moving at 10 meters per second and you don't specify the direction you're moving in. Velocity, we saw, was a vector. We see that we actually have an average. If we start in the same position we began, then our average velocity is 0. But our average speed might have been something very different. Or we see that even though we obviously weren't moving in that time because we started where we finished where we started, our average velocity, which is our displacement over time, is 0. So our velocity definitely requires a direction as well as a speed. We have to say the direction in which we're moving as well as the speed we're moving at. Distance, we see, is a scalar. Distance simply measures the distance between point A and point B. And so or the path taken between point A and point B rather, so if you start in the same position you finished in, if that took you 10 meters, your distance traveled was 10 meters. Displacement we saw was a vector. It was the opposite. You need a sense of direction for displacement as well. If you start where you end, then you clearly haven't traveled at all in your displacement. So your displacement is the straight line distance between 2 points. See, if that distance is 10 meters, that's your displacement, even if you traveled this weird and winding path to get there. So your displacement, your distance could have been 20 meters. You traveled. Displacement is as the crow flies. So displacement requires a direction as well. Force we saw was a vector. That was the typical example we used, where you have this vector F, and you have to specify this angle theta, this direction. Time we saw was a scalar because it has no direction. You can't choose time in a certain direction. Time is just 10 seconds, 20 seconds. It's a scalar. Acceleration we saw, well, we get it from velocity, displacement, etc. So it's definitely a vector. You accelerate in a certain direction. You can't just accelerate in general. You have to specify the direction you're moving in. And we saw the mass was just a scalar. You just have 5 kilograms mass, 10 kilograms of mass. You don't specify the direction of this mass. It's just a number. So now we're going to be looking at combining vectors using mathematically. So after finishing college, a student takes a bus 2 kilometers north to the library and then 1 kilometer east to their home. They want us to draw this in vector form, and they want us to find the resultant displacement, giving its magnitude and angle from north.
Hey guys, to continue watching this video and unlock hundreds of other super concise and exam board specific A-level physics videos, just click the Snap Revise smiley face. Join me today, and together let's make A-level physics a walk in the park.